because we're here today to have a little go at the Arena Cube. And it's always been a really fun cube in the past that I'm quite happy to play again. So first time I've played it this time round. We'll see what the most recent sets have brought into it. I think we've only had Strixhaven because I do think it was on over Christmas. Not Strixhaven, Kaldheim. Strixhaven's coming up nice and soon. Really looking forward to that. Did a little video yesterday on the Mystic Archive and how I think they're going to affect draft. Do take that a look because I was quite happy with the results. And I think there's some really interesting things that are going to affect the draft format in there. Seats nice and ready. Don't recognise any names there, but looking forward to getting into this. And straight away, obviously there's some quite good power in here. Cosmos Alexa, that's a nice addition. Really, really good in draft. Don't think McAce is too amazing. Alrun's a nice addition as well. I could be just tempted to take Season Hellblade here. I really like Hostage Taker in this format. I think your opponent has some really powerful things, and that can put them to your advantage. At least remove them a little bit. So I could be tempted to take Hostage Taker here, but it is gold, so there is that. Season Hellblade, just a really good start for an aggro deck and start taking all those aggro cards. And then Cosmos Elixir is obviously, well, it's colourless as well. And you know what? I'm going to see how Cosmos Elixir goes. Just to see what it's like in Cube, because it was really good in draft. Although I know it was a little bit controversial. Not everybody liked it, but let's see how it goes in Cube. Cube is always a lot of fun. So yeah, if you don't know, beginning end step, draw a card. If your life total is greater than your starting life total, otherwise you gain 2 life. Then here, Clarion Spirit, another really good aggro card. And the aggro decks are usually pretty good in Cube. Angara, it's fine. I could be really tempted to take that Clarion Spirit there. We've got some good stuff in green as well. We've got the Imperious Perfect, which does elf things. Spring to Mind, I just like splash fixing. Some good card draw. Drakaseth, if you're doing Reanimator, but probably good and quite good in Ramp as well. Now I know I should have probably taken the season. If I take the Season Hellblade, I'll be snapping this Clarion Spirit up. Because the Cosmos Elixir probably doesn't go into a aggro shell too much. Though it does make your opponent kind of have to attack, or else it's going to give card draw. But let's just draft Kaldheim. Seems fair. And of course, as ever, if you disagree with any of my picks, feel free to point them out in the chat. Another quite good aggro card here in Resilient Kenra. Captivating Crew, 3 in red, gain control target creature opponent controls until end of turn. Untap it and only do it when you can cast a sorcery. So not bad in an attacking shell. We've got Teferi as well. Got Thief of Sanity, which is just absolutely solid. It's a great card that needs to be dealt with. It's probably still going to be the pick here. Command the Dreadhorde is really, well, it is just really good. It is really good actually. It's possibly one of the better cards. I did have an opponent lose to their own Command the Dreadhorde at GP London. That was quite funny. They brought back a lot of stuff, and I'm like, and you did. And it was Comp Rel, so they couldn't really do anything about it, which is a little bit unfortunate for them, but they did take it really well. I just think I prefer Thief of Sanity and something like this to start with. We went really well with that Hostage Taker with Thief of Sanity. No, I'm going to go for Commander Dreadhorde. I think it's super powerful. The Danto Vanguard, which will go with the Clarion Spirit. Grasp of Darkness is a fine removal spell, but not busted. The double black just restricted a little bit. Laztep Reaver is not really something I'm super excited about at this point. Pretty good in a sack deck. In Cube, especially quite early on, I do like to try and get under people a little bit. That is something I quite enjoy. And, you know, potentially could use Cosmos Elixir in a deck like this as well. and Command Dreadhorde in quite a low to the ground deck, but then just that at the end to when they've stabilised, you can just go absolutely nuts. Remorseful Cleric feels really good in one of those white decks as well. It's just a 2/1 flyer for 2. Heroic Reinforcements though, that's even better. Kind of want that, but I'll go for the Heroic Reinforcements here. Tenantry Dryad's really solid as well, but Heroic Reinforcements is just an absolute house. Angel of Sanctions feels quite good as well. We've also got Kazul's Fury, or could go black with a Dusk Legion Zealot. But Angel of Sanctions is just a real catch-all. Top end of a more aggro deck, but you know, it's a 3/4 flyer body, and it can deal with a really problematic permanent on the other side of the battlefield. Ooh, Egon's interesting. So at the beginning of upkeep, exile 2 cards from your graveyard. If you can't, sacrifice it, but it's a 3-mana 6/6. I don't think it's going to be too good, but it is really interesting. Wayward Sawtooth is a 3-mana 5/5, which is good, but I don't know. It goes in certain decks, not all. It's a good ramp card as well. Pride of Conquerors, you can give things +2/+2 if you've got the City's Blessing. Good with lots of tokens. Branchloft Pathway, fine. I mean, I'm definitely, well, almost definitely white at this point. I could go green. This is quite a good green card to still be around. I could go black with Phyrexian Arena, but I don't really like doing that. I'm going to take this. I think it's got more power than Pride of the Conquerors, and I'm likely to see more cards like Pride of the Conquerors. I really like Toski here. It can just do quite a lot in a deck where you don't necessarily get very much card draw. Normally, you play a Toski, you got a couple of creatures out, you can get them for a couple of damage and draw some cards. So this green is feeling quite nice. Could still splash red for Heroic Reinforcements at this point. And I'm not totally sold on green, but the Toski seems really good, and it just indicates that green could be open. Trostani, good in like this quite go wide strategy, which we're kind of starting to look at here. You get a couple of 1/1 soldiers with lifelink, but they're actually 2/2s because you got Trostani, and it does stop some shenanigans that goes on with the stealing stuff. Finale Devastation is fine, but it's probably only playable in a really good big ramp deck. Trostani just feels like a solid card. I could go for the land as well. I'll just try and pick up a little bit of fixing later on. But green-white's feeling pretty good. Probably don't want to spring to mind. Imperial's perfect. I don't think I've got any elves yet. No. Oh, well. Oh no, Trostani's a dryad. I think in a case like this, I'm just quite happy to take the land. Because there's nothing really here from a deck. This... Play lands and cast spells from the top of the library. Yeah, that's fine. I didn't really need that. Steve Santis came back round. But I probably just want to take the Temple Garden. It does stuff for my deck. I'm almost definitely between green and white at this point. And if I want to splash a third colour, this just helps free up a land slot for a third colour. Although, that Thief of Sanity, I'm going to miss it. I suppose Vastwood Fortification. I'm not particularly happy about it. Working the Trolls. Or Lay Claim. Lay Claim's pretty cool. It does cost blue, but I think it doesn't really do stuff with the rest of the stuff I've got here. But I'll take it anyway. Blue just does seem to be open here. And then a green-white land. Okay, green-white land's fine. Pack 2, Rishkar feels quite good. Banishing Light also feels quite good. Don't really want Mask of Worm or Rankle. I think I'm just going to do Rishkar. It can work quite well with some small creatures. It can make them bigger and help us ramp some of the bigger spells I've got down the bottom quite early. Mentor of the Meek feels good in a deck like this. So again, allows quite a bit of card draw. Helm of the Host is always a solid card. Sort of Body of Mind, something that's came in with the new set with a new anthology for historic. +2/+2 protection from green and blue. Whenever a creature does damage to a player, that you create a 2/2 wolf creature, and that player mills 10 tokens. You know what? In draft, this is just phenomenal. Our friend's got a cube, and he had to take this card out because I kept winning with it. Mental Mimic does feel really good here, but Sword of Body and Mind, you know, you can put it on anything, and you can quite quickly win the game with it. So opponents quite like playing green and blue in draft as well. So, well, in cube. So I think there's some good play around that. And let's go to horizontal. I don't think I'll be playing Lay Claim, but who knows really. Onto Inversion's probably not something that I want to play. Perforost's Intervention is quite good for a finisher. If you get quite a lot of mana, you can like win the game out of nowhere by creating an X1 elemental with Trample and Haste. Feels like it might be the best card here. Incubation Druid's fine, but not really what I want to do. And this is very splashable to play at the top end. I quite like something that does something nice with tokens at this point, because I've got quite a lot of tokens coming through. That's one of those cards up there. Swift response, destroy target tapped creature. Braid feels quite nice. Oh no, Venerate Lock's done. That's a lot more of what I want to do here. So, got tokens, just absolutely smashes out a lot of tokens. No, you get your tokens out and you can get this out quite early and just create quite a scary threat. It works quite nice with the Clarion Spirit actually, because you can make it quite cheap. And the Clarion Spirit makes tokens for it, so yeah, this feels really good. Here, we've got another effect that's a little bit like the way with Sawtooth. It does help me splash for other colours. Got the Bone Splitter, just a solid aggro card. Fight with Fire. So I mean it costs 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah, it costs 9 for the kicked one. But you can just deal 10 damage to the face. Probably something I'd more want in a ramp deck. Ultimate Hydra. Costs 6. Becomes probably a 6/6 reach. Not super interested in that. I think I'm more interested in just trying to keep quite a low curve here. Cruel Celebrant's quite a cool card in this type of deck as well, but I don't think I've got the mana for it right now. Another pick could be Temple of Abandon. It's not the best of the dual lands, but it's a pretty solid one. So got a few cards to pick from here. Oracle Mold Dire is a pretty spicy card, but again, not at its best in this deck. Elspeth, again creates tokens, does token things, and it does come back if you do go into the long game. Cast Out, just solid removal. I think Elspeth just seems like a really solid card to play here. Don't we want those cards really at the minute, so definitely looking at a bit of a Naya deck here. How's our creature count? 8 creatures, that's fine. Perforost's Intervention, almost like a creature, half spell. And get some token making effects, get some things which work well with tokens. Already got Tristani, which just makes everything +1/+1. Ooh, okay, so we've got a couple options here. We've got Savage Stomp, which is fine, it's a fight card, works better with Dinosaur. But I quite like this Mask Vandal. It's another of these Kaldheim cards, but it's a really interesting one. The Shapeshifter, the Changeling text is really interesting for some small tribal decks, but also it just deals with artifacts and enchantments. So quite happy to go for Mask Vandal. Cheap creature as well. Ajani the Great Hearted. +1 counter each creature you control and a loyal counter on each other planeswalker you control. Yes, please. This is what we want to be doing. Fighters 1's an option here, but I think Ajani is just solid. Mask of Worm's still there, but let's go for a Banish and Light. Exile a non-land permanent. Yes, that seems pretty good to me. Elvish Reclaimer. Nah, that doesn't really do anything super exciting here. It is a 1-mana 1/2, which is probably how I get played in here. Getting 3 lands in my graveyard, probably not great, but it does have a little bit of text. Not excited about playing this, but it's playable in what we've got here. A green blue, a green black land, got a Kiora, Guardian Idol. Go for a green-blue land. Probably not going to play it, but it's there if I want it. So 19 cards in the deck. Wilt. Destroy an artifact or enchantment. I don't actually know if it's best for 3 or not. I probably should have checked that. But let's stick that on the sideboard for now. It does have cycling, so it's you know, it's not a dead card. I think it's best of 1. It's usually best of 1 in these cube formats on Arena. Tap the Bannon. Yeah. Didn't take it earlier, but I'm happy to take it now. It helps us slash some of those red cards a little bit. So coming in pack 2, feels like a fine deck. It's it does something already. We've got 20 cards in the main deck. Sorry, 19 cards in the main deck because we took another land. Blossoming Defense, yeah, that seems fine. Might not get played because we are both a bit more of a go wide deck, but it's really interesting. But I'd be almost happy to play this already. Right then, so what do we get from here? Strixhaven Inspector, another one that came in the anthology. Really strong card. Probably going to take this because it's 1/2 for 1, which is good to start with, and then you can also use it to draw a card later on. Nesting Hornbeetle seems fine, but we're not necessarily going to have a lot of creatures power 2, 4 or greater. Lurus is a potential one here. We don't have a huge amount that's below 2 CMC. Obviously not going to companion. But you could just play in the main deck. It's one of these two, I think. I think Lurus is just more powerful. Feel the Dead's pretty cool, but I don't think I want it in what I'm doing here. But somebody's going to be very happy to be taking that one. And there's some good cards in there. Next, we have Dauntless Bodyguard. Works really well with Lurus, so you can sacrifice it to give something indestructible. Don't think I want Chandra Heart of Fire. Double red. I'm definitely red on the splash. Branch of Evolution. If counters, we put twice that many counters on a creature instead. I'm not really into the +1/+1 counter thing. I've got a couple of +1/+1 counters which work with the go wide strategies. Aegar's a really cool card to see in the cube. I'm happy to see that. Castle Ardenvale could be played. That would be a really strong card to play. But I think actually Dauntless Bodyguard just works a little bit better with what we're wanting to do here. Yeah, let's just go for it. Nice cheap creatures to be a little bit aggro with. Next we have Wildborn Preserver. Can do ridiculous things. I'm quite happy to take that here. Bestiary is quite good. Good sideboard slot against some control decks. Had some good fun with that in a green-black deck in GP Birmingham, I think it was, where I actually forgot to take my deck, and I built a deck overnight, which was just a mono-green deck to play with instead. But yeah, so Wildborn Preserver, easy pick here. It can just get massive and get ridiculous. Mirari's Way. Creatures you can control get +1/+1 whenever you tap a land for mana. Add a mana of any type that land produce, so doubles your mana and makes creatures +1/+1. I know I said I wanted something that works with tokens. I'm not sure if that's it. However, not really anything else in here that I want. So I'm going to take it. Talia feels quite good, as does Conclave Mentor. Again, I don't have a huge amount of +1/+1 stuff going on, but Thalia is a solid card. Once Upon a Time is a little bit broken, but it's fine in cube. Yeah, I think it's just Thalia here. Does what Thalia does. Again, we've got a couple of options here. So we've got Risa Redeemed. I've played with it a little bit in the past. It's not really been much more than a 1 mana 1/1 elf. Sometimes you'll create an elf. I think it's better in an elf deck rather than a. It's better than an elf deck rather than a. Oh, actually, Ketra's Monument. That was a really good card, and we've got lots of white creatures. Cast a creature spell, create a 1/1. Yes, okay. Yeah, I like that. No lands control, non-creatures token out forest lands and well as other types. Yes. Rune Crab there. I'm sure somebody will be quite happy to see that. Quite a big spell, but I mean 5 mana's not huge. Not so much aggro, just more tokens. Oh, hello. Might be a trap, but I've got enough tokens to at least make it a potential one here. Feel the Dead's Wheel, that's weird. I mean, 3-mana Inspector is the card to take here. For a lot of reasons we've already been over. Don't have a huge amount of interaction, I just want to smash face. Say I don't have a huge amount of interaction. Declaration in Stone. I'm not sure. It's really good. It's quite good in the mirror against some token decks. I can get rid of a lot of tokens at once. And it doesn't give them the clues. I think I'll take it. Nothing really here that I'm particularly after. Same here. So yeah, these picks don't really mean very much now. Nothing really going on. But I've got a lot of spice in the main deck. I've got this kind of plan one of quite a aggro strategy. And I'm going to need to sort out my curve a little bit here. Figure out what I actually want at the top end. But I've got some just powerhouses of cards by themselves as well, which I'm quite happy about. 16 creatures, I'll probably take out some non-creatures. Not sure about Blossom in Defense, I don't think that's really doing a lot here. Do you just play Once Upon a Time a deck like this? I think you do. Ice Manipulator? Sure, I've got no idea how that's made it around this far. So yeah, some strange picks going on there. I kind of said that those last picks didn't matter, but then they kind of did. Ice Manipulator feels really, really good, even in quite a low to ground deck like this. Well, it's not even that low to ground, I suppose. Right then. So, I'm going to take the Declaration of Stone out. I need to take some non-creatures out, I think, here. I can take some creatures as well, but I want to take some non-creatures out. Just because they don't do a huge amount. It's thinking that this is a 1-mana card, but it's not. That's why it's given us 4 red sources, so I'll fix that in a moment. I mean, kind of think turn 1, one of these creatures, turn 2, Bone Splitter, equip it. That feels pretty strong. Maybe like a 3-2 or something. Yeah, 3-2 to attack with. Yeah, it's fine. It goes really good on something like a Toski though. No, I might just take the Bone Splitter out. I might take the Elvish Reclaimer out as well. I've got enough smaller creatures now. I'm going to take some stuff out at this end up here. I do think Anointing Procession is a little bit of a trap. And I don't think I really want Mirari's Way. I don't think it does quite enough in what I'm doing. Got other ways to pump the board a little bit. Could be totally wrong there. Feel free to call us all kinds of names in the comments if you think I'm wrong. But to be honest, I don't think I'm wrong. Because with this Clarion Speak, I do kind of want to be double spelling. So I think I'm going to take another card up from the top. I could just take the red cards out, but I don't think that's correct. Probably Cosmos Elixir. Could be Icy, but again, I don't think that's quite right. Feels wrong to take Icy Manipulator out. Elspeth, maybe? Could just go down a land. Especially since I got Once Upon a Time. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to go down a mountain and play it like that. Right then. So, deck feels quite good. Why has it got black in there? How about, oh no, it's the Lurus. That's what it's getting confused with. Right. fingers crossed, best of 1. And then obviously wanting to get up the top end where I get 6,000 gold and 3 cards, 2 rares and 1 uncommon, not in standard. Don't know how rare protection works with that. While waiting for this round to start, of course, I would love it if you could put a subscribe to the channel. Currently at about 78 subscribers, so it's quite small. Shooting for 100 is my current target, so you can help us get a lot of the way there. Typically I've got no white, but I've got 2 of my 3 red source. I've got both my basic mountains, but I do have this once upon a time, so it gives me a free go at getting planes. And I probably will cast it turn 1. Regardless of what I see, because if I get like a tap land or something, I'm going to want to play that turn 1 and then play Vanguard or Vandal turn 2. So yeah, once upon a time, go for the planes and then play the planes. Happy days. Did kind of, no, you can't see. The Tosky in there was quite good. It's a bit sad to see that go, but it's fine. Put something out each up to 2 target creatures. Yeah, so I'm going to put the counter on itself. Ooh. Attack. Oh, Ketra's Monument though. So I play that. White creatures cost 1 less to cast. Unfortunately, it's double white. I'm thinking whether to just throw a removal spell at this. Get a plains makes the Ketra's Monument really good. Play the mountain, and I think I'm just going to go for the Ketra's Monument next turn. Go, and there we'll go for the monument. Kind of a counter. They might have a braid or something like that. Haven't played anything yet. It's good for me. So whenever I cast just any creature spell at all, I create a 1/1. Do I have a land to play? Looks like they probably do. Don't have a creature spell in my graveyard, so I can't Mask Vandal to kill the meh. Get a plains though. I think I'm just going to wait to flash in a Wildborn Preserver. What could be ramping out here? So get the Wildborn Preserver, I can then cast a non-human Royal Eruption, 3 damage. Yeah, I'm just going to pay the life. And flash this in, get a 1/1. Unfortunately, these are humans. However, this does some quite disgusting stuff right now. I can't pay anything there. Ooh, that makes just soldiers. Okay. Yeah, I thought they were human soldiers, but not. These are humans. So, oh no, they're warriors. They're just warriors. Yeah, that's a bit silly. We could board wipe here, but even if the board wipe, I've still got the Adano Vanguard. Apart from I forgot to activate it. Oops. So I don't have the Adano Vanguard. So board wipe here would be pretty awful. However, anything that's not a board wipe is probably a win for me. And it's board wipe. Target non-permanent. So 3/4. But this gets to put a counter on the token. So I think that seems quite good. Angel Sanctions next turn. Yeah, happy to Angel Sanction of the Golos. Could Mask Vandal. Might just Mass Vandal. We've got a land out in both. Doesn't look like he's got the field, which is probably quite good. A Masked Vandal. Create a 1/1. Take something out of graveyard. Right, and Venerate locks it on. No, actually. 5. I've got him down on board next turn. I'm not going to play out anything I don't need to play out. Because this only puts counters on things which convoke it. Super big cunt earlier though. Not making my thing indestructible. But the deck feels pretty good. Yeah, that's it. And swing for the win. Hey, 1 win. Feels good. Just ignore that little punt. Okay. Right, game 2. And we're playing against JZBO, who's playing Nico. Cool character, Nico. Quite like him. Them, sorry. Again, once upon a time to start. Not very cheap creatures, but we've got the Ketra's Monument, and we could also just once upon a time to find a creature. So, once upon a time. At this point, I've got 2 lands. This makes white creatures cheaper. I don't have any... there's no cheap creatures in here. Toski seems potentially quite good, especially with the Ketra's Monument. So yeah, that's just Toski and hope for the best with lands as they come in. That might be a little bit greedy, but hopefully we'll manage to get through. But Monument in the Rish... Oh, Thoughtseize, okay. Yeah, I think he realizes how good a Ketra's Monument can be. I probably should have just went for a land, to be honest. I think it was a bit of greed. But we do have a land, so we have been paid off here. Went for the Banishing Light? Okay. Got a Bones. I can deal with a deck which looks like it's going to be playing things like that. Angel of Sanctions now costs 4. Kind of want a land to play Toski next. Looks like it could be mono black. Midnight Reaper. I think I can fight a deck like this. This is going to be the Rish card. Boom. That feels quite nice. I might use Rishgar to get out Toski or something like that. He's playing white. I'm not going to block that. Because I want to try and get in next turn with a creature. Because of Toski. Ah, okay. It could be playing the combo here. I should have tried to tap the creature for that. Never mind. Let's attack both of these. I've got Angel of Sanctions. I get to draw a card. They draw a card, but they also lose a life. Thalia, Thalia feels really good actually. If I can try and if we get red mana, and casting these, getting this, I can block as well. Okay. Got a land. Now what do I want to get rid of here with my Angel of Sanctions? Unfortunately, I could cast 2 white spells here. If they do have the combo in hand, then that does hold it back for a turn. And then I can get a nice white board. If I do draw red mana, then I'll be laughing next turn. I think I get a white board and then I've got Angel of Sanctions if I want it. So I'm going to play Thalia. Then play the Bodyguard, targeting Thalia. But I might actually target Rishkar. Because then I can attack with Rishkar this turn. And hopefully draw another card. I've drawn a card, but yeah. 2 cards in the graveyard, and this escape is 4. So he's taking damage, drawing a card. I've got Angel of Sanctions. Does he have a combo here? If he does, I'm gonna... No, Araya. Yeah. That's a bit of a combo. But not one I can't handle. Sacrifice black creature, draw a card, that draws a card with that. I am worried about this giving things lifelink. This exile stuff. I think I'm going to use this Exile Midnight Reaper. So don't want them drawing too many cards. Got to attack with Toski. Don't have to attack with anything else. Yeah. Just gains 2 life, which means I'll lose 2 life. Actually, do I just kind of die? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I won't just die. But it is not a great situation to be in. I do just want red mana here. Unfortunately, one of my red mana is tapped. So I've got 2 cards in here, which would just be hilarious. Banishing Lights. Yeah, frustrating on the Angel. Wildborn Preserver, it does a thing. But I'm going to leave it until their turn. So I can flash it in. This will create a dude, and I can pay 3 to give it +3, +3 +1/+1 counters. Okay, sacrifice it. I think I'm just dead to veto here. Do I just play this again? 5 life. Three, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think I just need again life. sadly. They can't attack just outright, I don't think. I do really feel like they've got the combo. Not necessarily got it in hand, but if they get Sanguine Bond, then all I need to do is gain life and then I'm dead. Get red, it'll be hilarious because I'll just create 2 1/1s and then put on the board, but I don't even know what I'll do for us. At this point. Opponent's in the tank. Yeah. That's a good card for them to play. I think we're just going to create 2 1/1s. I want to gain some more life. Six, yeah, because I'm quite dead next turn if I don't. Still no attacks. So I've got some good blockers here, especially for my 1/1s. Strong. I'm just dead. I'm very dead. I mean, this does have reach, but then... Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I'm just very dead, but yeah, that can do. Ooh, that's doesn't feel correct, opponent. I'm tapped out. Surely could have just swung and activated. Got no first strike. I really hope I draw a mountain now just to... Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Okay, that was a opponent's that was doing some quite good stuff. It was all veto there. Veto was what won it, full stop. I don't think anything else was really doing anything major. It was I couldn't get past the life loss with the life gain. If he didn't have the veto there, I would have been able to attack through a lot more. Yes, he'd be recurring creatures and stuff and draining us a little bit and drawing cards, but yeah, veto was the problem in that deck there. Then again, you could say that if it was the other way around and he didn't have veto, then you could say it was my Oketra's Monument that was getting me all the value. But not even able to attack my 1/1s into the veto was quite annoying as well. But you know, it's cute. It's still good fun. That was a really good game. Would have enjoyed it more if I won a tight game like that, but hey ho. Okay, solid start. Once upon a time, Oketra's Monument, got the Mask Vandal. Probably digging for a small creature. And Carrion Spirits. Feels like a good creature to have here. How often am I going to make that double spell? I do want a 2-drop, so it's one of these two. Because I got 3, and then I've got other things that can happen as well. I think Dant of Vanguard's just more difficult for them to deal with. I'll play the planes because I know I don't have white. Being on the play with a Dant of Vanguard feels quite good. Okay, Legion's landing. Not a... Oh, Mountain. That's nice. That is nice. If he attacks, I think I just let it go through. The Ketter's Monument can make stuff. I can also blow up the Legion's Landing potentially. Ooh! Change of plan. So yeah, let's play Boggles. Could have some kind of exile effect here. Sort of Body of Mind is spicy. And obviously block as well because protection from green. But it gives a +2/+2. So more Skyclaves. Okay. That's also spicy. I think mine's spicier. So, equip 2. I want to hold this, because if I can get something in the graveyard, then I can get rid of this small. And I do want to get rid of them all. Okay. Yeah. Lots of life gain here. Which is going to be a bit of a problem. Wildborn Preserver seems good. But I think at this moment, Johnny seems better. It gives my stuff vigilance, and I can counters and stuff. So he's going to stroll the block profitably here. He does have flying, but I might take the clock off myself a little bit. Angel of Sanctions is a bit of a problem. Didn't go for it though. Season Hallowblade. Yep, that seems sensible. I think there's going to be a problem. So you can block with the Seasoned Hallowblade all day. Eternalize is 5. I wish he was playing like lots of blue and green creatures. That would be cool. It's going to discard. Snakeskin Veil, yeah. This does get flying, which is good. Not flying. Reach. I know what I'm talking about. I'll wait to flash it in. Do I have no creatures in the graveyard yet? Swing for 5. 4 mana there. Oh yeah, because it's going to flip that. Yeah. I have to discard something like this. But that life gain and me not being able to get a creature in the graveyard has been annoying. Wow, Yori. Then he's gonna. Oh, Angel Sanction 6 to come back, but he's gonna get a double striker. Or not. So this is a human because it's all creatures. You can make a token with that. Let's play this. First of all, I'm going to attack. Yeah. Still wish I had a creature in the graveyard. Shame it doesn't say creature or planeswalker. Do this, and then it's going to create the token. And pay 2. Put 2 counters on him. Still feeling pretty dead. Although, he's got 6, so you can Angel of Sanctions here. There's too many blockers. Too many blockers. Sword of Body Mind is really good, but probably better if I had a Trampler. I thought the Advent Vanguard might be enough. Wow, okay. I don't even know what this card is. It must be from one of the commander sets. Mutate 3 in a green. When it mutates, destroy target non-creature permanent, its controller creates a 3/3 least token. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Just dead. Just very, very dead here. I mean, I'm just going to die first strike, but yeah. Ouch. Kind of milling them into their graveyard stuff was a little bit bad as well. It kind of gave them quite a lot of card advantage and blockers that they could then block with in future. But yeah, so I didn't even know that card was in the cube. I've never seen it before in my life. Right, let's hopefully get a few more wins out of this, because otherwise Not going to be the most entertaining videos, but hopefully my delightful chat is good enough for you. Corey Rams playing as Vivian. White. Ooh, this is a tough one. It's a lot tougher when you don't have Once Upon a Time in your open hand, isn't it? Opponent goes first. Clarion Spirit. Not even sure how good Clarion Spirit is in this deck. I think it's still fine. I still play it, but I don't know how often I'm going to get double spell. I suppose I've double spelled a few times already. I think I've just got to keep this. If I get any land, I can play Elspeth with the Clarion Spirit, and yeah, I can do some stuff. Potentially use this as a just for a red if I want actual Clarion Spirit stuff as well. But yeah, not ideal. That helps. That definitely helps. Definitely helps. Probably the card I wanted most. The red-green tap land would have been alright as well. Another green. Okay, so we've got things we can cast, and we'll be able to cast Shire on curve. Non-token creatures are forest lands. So if I get a mountain and I get a Shire, then I can just make a massive elemental. Okay, let's choose to blow my stuff up. This feels quite good as well, actually. So I do that, do that, I do that. Hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then exiles my graveyard. So I think what I want to do here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's annoying. I wanted to be able to attack with this, but I can't this turn. Cast that. This turns into a forest, so I can tap for mana. Non-token creatures you control are forest lands in addition to other types. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so that'll create 2 tokens. So I think the Shire is just the card for now. I mean, if I get a mountain, like 5, 6, 7, yeah, don't know, probably not a mountain. They need to deal with some stuff so they don't just die. If I get a land, I can do this and this. This will be another land for this, like 8. I'll be swinging a 13 next turn. I'd probably swing 5 at the Ashiok though. Maybe? Don't know. How many? So we've got a mountain in there. So yeah, one of my mountains is gone. 21 cards left. What do they have in hand? Mayhem Devil. Feels solid actually. Temple Garden. Yes, let's just play that untapped. Create 2 1/1s. Yes, it's going to be pinged off, but once I get the City's Blessing, I've got it forever. I think I just want to do some smashing. It'd be funny if I've got stuff that targets non-land creatures. Or just non-land permanents. Vanguard saves us from a lot of board wipes. Also makes this a bit bigger. Hope don't have 5 damage or something here. They do. Oops. It's got Scrappy Scrounger in the graveyard. Can't block. Oh. Yeah. I mean, it's unusual to have 5 damage to something with only 2 mana open. Hope I draw some gas here. Really hope I draw some gas. It's kind of funny. They can't actually... Oh no, exile something from their own. Witch of the Moors. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, each opponent sacrifice a creature, and if you return up to 1. Okay. Sure, that seems good. Give these +2, +1. So it's going to block the 6/6, I guess, but then take 12. Very nice. Hopefully that's just the win. I'm going to take a peek at my deck. See all the stuff I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands in there. Got 6 lands out. Lifelink is a thing here, but it's probably not enough of a thing. So gain 4, goes to 7. I'm swinging for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Blocks 2, but then, yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to cast this. Target both of these. 2 creatures get +2, +1. Nope. Spread out the power. I think they can't really do anything. I can say everything they've got nothing in hand. Jobs are good, and hey, we've got a second win. That's good. Felt pretty good as well. So we've now got a whole 2,000 gold, I think. Oh, Heraldic Banner, yay. No, 1,000 gold, hey. Cost 4,000 to get in, so yeah, kind of sucks. I don't really like the price structure on these too much. You kind of need to get 5 wins to break even. I think that should possibly be 4. Don't really care about the cards, to be honest. I just kind of want to draft infinite times. Yes, the cards give you a little bit of value, but it's quite a small amount of value. However, it's a good fun format to play, so it's not the end of the world. Cyber Cthulhu. Yeah, this is good. If I can get another land, it's even better. Ketra's Monument with Wildborn Preserver. We know it does silly things. And Rishkar and stuff like that as well. Yeah. Oh, I do need green. Ah, oops. I did nearly miss that. Yeah, I don't think I can keep this on the play without green lands, unfortunately. That's a lot better. That is just a lot better. That's so much better. Keep that. Put a plains back and try to dig for another land with this. Temple Garden. Yeah. And then no need to shop it out. I've got one of those. Definitely just in the wanting the smash face mode here. I don't have any non-creature spells. It's going to slow them down on theirs a little bit, so they're probably going to have creatures, yeah, and I can happily swing into that. Does ramp them a little bit, which is a little bit scary. Ice Manipulator, yeah, okay, that affects me, but it's alright. Don't play. Yes, I know I've got it in hand, but I want to play my creatures on curve, and shot. It looks like they might be doing some attacking at some point, so keeping it like this. Old Growth Troll. Okay. So now I can play it tapped and not lose any life. And the next time I Ice Manipulator and try and do something about this Old Growth Troll. But it is going to be a little bit of a problem. Don't have a huge amount of interaction in the deck. Oh, we're talking about problems. That is definitely a problem. However, right. I can't get through because of these. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to win this now, but I do have a chance. Give this +2/+2, and oh, it's protection for green and blue. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. That is amazing. That is absolutely incredible. I'm quite happy to block with the bodyguard as well, because I can bring it back every turn, which is nice. I mean, they could just have artifact removal here. Green is the colour for it. However, if they don't, they're in a bit of a problem, because I can start smashing up their deck. If I equip the lifelinker, then I gain 5 life a turn as well. Create a 2/2. Sure. That's less good. I can still create. Oh, that's a bit annoying. Yeah, create another 3/3. I should have probably possibly blocked with Thalia, but I didn't know I was going to get this. Equip the bodyguard. Attack. They block. I'll block with Thalia next turn. Now I might have a few more options available. Of course, if they remove the bodyguard, then I'm going to be a bit more of a problem. This is trample as well. Of course they get the red creature just at the right time. I mean, they could have other red creatures in hand that they were willing to throw away. Yeah, that's a thing. I think I might have put one on an old growth troll there. So this is 12, 16, 17. Yeah, I'm just dead. Well, key was fun. It was fun. It was definitely fun. But yeah, it's a little bit frustrating. But never mind. It's it was still good fun.